Mike is currently reading instructions on how to install the front door.
Okay.
Hey buddy, welcome to another day with the Knorps. We're at the house again, as usual. Today's project, we're finally getting to the windows. We got new windows for the whole house, but we installed a couple of them, and I realized that we got to change it just a little bit. After putting these in and then trying to find brick mold that would work, I realized that there's too much of a gap here between where the window is sitting and the brick, and also they really should be sitting out farther, just also for the wall inside to be able to have a good windowsill. So what that means is I need to create more of a frame here for it to sit on. It only has a flange up at the top. That's the only place where it actually meets the frame of the building. Otherwise it just screws into the sides here, inside there. There's screws that go into the side. Anyway, so I have a theory that if I've cut some of this down, this is 2x4s that have been kind of ripped down to be, let's see, 1 inch this direction, and they're just 2x4 depth, which is 1.5 inches. And we're gonna take this window out, and then we're gonna attempt to install these against the side here and create more so that the gap is more like that, and then you put the brick mold on top of that and it should sit right, and also give us more room on the inside for an actual windowsill, because right now it's just sort of covering up the whole area. So we got to take the window out and then see about getting this on. I don't know, I got pieces cut for the top, bottom, and sides, but I don't know, see how this works. We have our frame in, or our additional frame, but hopefully that gives us, pushes us out enough to cover this and have room for the brick mold to cover up the rest of the gap. So now we got to get this thing in. Okay, let's see. And will it fit? There's a little bit in. Well, you're gonna need to step back a little bit, I think. So, okay, you got it. You're gonna have to kind of, set the bottom in and then, okay. That's okay. There can be space there. That's okay. In fact, but it fits in the opening. That's what's important. Okay, so now, what we need to do, because we gotta make sure it's straight. Let me grab a level real quick. Hang on a second. Pretty straight. This one, the bottom could come out. Okay, so now it's in. What I was going for was to get 2 inches between the window and the frame, or the framed opening, the rough opening, which we've got. It's not quite level, so we don't have it this accurate reveal all the way around, and then that gives us a lot less of a gap here, so we can stick a sill of some kind here, and then that's a gap that we can actually cover with a brick mold. So we have something to attach it to as well. So I think this might work.
Well, Mike came home for dinner, and then I came back over here with him to help him install this window that he's already taken out. We can't leave it open for the night. Right here. He's doing a great job. I've been so nervous about the windows because they were such a big purchase, and we measured on our own and don't really know what we're doing, and you can't go back. But it just makes such a huge difference in here. This is the first room where both windows are replaced, and it makes the room look a lot newer and nicer. I mean, it wasn't hard. These windows were really old, broken, paint chipping, you know, like all sorts of stuff. But it really makes a big difference. And they definitely let in more light because they have less frame on them. So he's doing a great job. While we wait, I thought I would show you remember we ordered a new door, and that's in part because I used to have a storm door. I didn't want to have a storm door, so it's got this really raggedy old frame going on that's just broken, yucky. Also though, the side light is super old paint, definitely like lead based, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do here? Am I gonna try to refinish this? But thankfully we could wiggle a lot of room out of the budget. Or at least we kind of forced it, because it just felt like we do all of this work on the house and then just have this going on, and it just was a bummer. You know, we could have made it work, but I'm glad that we didn't have to. And then we'll do an overhaul on this porch. We'll you know, obviously power spray it down and the bricks so they kind of get all the junk off them as much as possible. And then we'll be taking all of the wrought iron down and doing actually wood, and doing like an actual post here and making it look a little bit more cottagey and a less 60s ranch house. This is the window I'm so excited to see in place. That's gonna be real fun, real fun. All right, first window on the back is done. I mean, if you don't include our little addition there. The addition windows I bought for really cheap, for like 150 bucks at the thrift store, brand new Anderson windows. They don't match, but I don't care. But this one's on order. We decided after the fact to keep it, but we have these to do. But I love those windows once again. I just think they're so adorable.
While the brick's being done, I am removing more windows. Look at that. I think it looks better without a window, right? It's a pretty good view. Pull this out of here. Oops. Yep, got the big window out. That was a double window. Didn't record doing it, but it's out. And now we'll go through and do like I've done with all the other windows, and then we'll get this big window, which is waiting to go in. We'll put that in. But I think what I realized is these windows bring in a lot more light because there's less frame and more glass than the old windows. So it's kind of nice that way. Behind me is a brick wall, which wasn't here before. Look. Yeah, look at that. We probably showed the time lapse, but the mason got this put in. It's all, the bricks are still wet, but those are the same bricks as what we took off the other wall, so they're gonna match. We're gonna do a little trim at the top there at the soffit, and some trim between the windows to finish it off, but that's awesome. They're doing a good job, and they're working in the back actually right now around the bay window. Okay, so we're gonna get this finished off as well. It's going in. So this will be brick. This will be brick right here. And then it'll be just sided on the actual bay window itself. So should look good. Now that we've got the opening ready to go, I've got my flashing stuff in the windowsill, and I got my helpers here. Because this is gonna take more than 2 sets of hand, because this is a heavy window. What's really gonna be heavy is the window we put out front, which has 3 on it.
It's a little bit of a shaky ladder.
Okay, you don't want to have a shaky ladder. So we gotta hand the window through the opening to them, and then put it back in, and then put it in place. So should be fun. There it is, in place. That took longer than I thought, because when you got 2 windows attached to it, they're each other, they kind of wants to wiggle in the middle a little bit. Anyways, we're making progress. That window is still in order, and that's my next window right there. Okay, we're ready to go. It's all open, but it's raining a lot out here right now. Look at these guys up here.
Stop spreading the news.
It's hard to tell it's raining, but
today.
Perfect timing. We got a little stage. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm getting soaked. I'm coming inside. We've got this all ready. Took a little bit more than I thought it would, but it's ready to go. And now we're going to attempt to carry that big window and put it in here. I think we're gonna have to hand it out to those that are outside and then bring it back in. So why don't you go out there, Andrew? Peter, hey Pete. Okay, your job is gonna be in the middle out there, okay?
In the middle? Okay,
yeah, middle. All right, it is the next day. So we have those windows all in, which is awesome. And I'm about to the last window that we actually have. So we have the hall bathroom here, which you can see back here. That's our current window. Gonna get that one in, and then I'll be done with all the windows that we currently have. There's one last window we're waiting on, which is the window that will go in the shower area of the master bath. We made that decision a little bit late that we wanted to do that. And so that window isn't in here yet, but we'll get that in later. But this will be good. After we get all these windows in, that's the bulk of the windows, which was a huge task. It took me, what is this, 4 or 5 days to do it all. So it just takes a while. So let's get this last window in. There it is, the last window. It's in. Wow.
Really,
that took a while,
but it really, you know, when you drive up to the house, it makes it look so much better, almost like a new house. It's like, it looks so clean and bright, and like I've said many times, that when I read online that when you go to new vinyl windows, they're gonna be darker, they're not gonna have as much glass, but that has not. These have more glass. They're brighter than our wood windows were. Because
there's no big thing in the middle of them or whatever.
But also like around the edges. I mean, the inside, it's so much brighter from these windows. So it just makes such a huge difference.
Looks good. Pretty exciting. Only took a while, but it's in.
Good job, babe. Look what came today. It's our door. Our front door. Mike's gonna measure it though, because he's learned from sad experience that sometimes they're just wrong.
Well, yeah.
Cold.
It's cold out here.
Yeah, it is really cold. It's good. It's not too big. So once that's in, it's gonna look so cute. Ew. It's like a window box.
That's it.
It's cute. It's cute. Oh, the anticipation is killing me. What is happening? Don't drop it. Ta-da! Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Mike is currently reading instructions on how to install a front door. Not only that, we got to figure out how to rip this one out. I guess you just rip it out.
Hinge side first. Hope I have enough shims. Finish trimming screw side. I'm watching a video now, okay?
What's the video called?
How to install a front door with 2 side lights. We only have 1 side light, but...
This is how you build your house for yourself these days, guys.
Oh my gosh. All right, I watched a couple of videos online, read the instructions 5 times through, 5 times over and over again. I think I might have it figured out. Got these boys here now. They're gonna help me take the door out and carry it up here, and we'll see if we can get it in. All right, so the door is, you know, in place. We have to kind of complete it, but also, Esther's talking to Mom right now. Say hi, Esther. There she is, folks. In the flesh.
She hasn't really seen anything at the house, you know, because she left before, so I was just showing her some of the stuff.
Yep, she's on her mission in California, so living the dream. All right, we'll see you then, Esther.
Yes.
Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
All right, we're back at the house. It's obviously later. It's dark. But we have to get it so we can close the door and have
Lock
it
it up.
latch and stuff. So I had to adjust the door jamb a little bit more. It's a little small for the opening, so I had to do some serious shimming. Anyway, but we're attaching
Shim,
this.
shiminy, shim, shiminy.
Shim, jiminy, shim, jiminy.
We're just trying to follow the instructions for the handle set, which is more complicated than you'd think. Anyways, I got to put the hole for the little screw that goes through.
We think we're correct.
We think we've got it. And we'll find out in just a minute.
Wait, it's this one. It's this one. Yeah, okay, you're right.
Right.
Sorry. I'm
That's
just
okay.
nervous.
I know. I mean, if all else fails, you fill it and
Okay.
whatever.
You feel
Well,
sad.
Let's do a dry fitting real quick. Where's our... There. Yeah, that looks like that's going to line up. So, here we go.
Okay.
Ready? Now, we can take this off. I'm not looking at the instructions for this part.
You kind of know how to do this, though, right?
Well, I put doorknobs in and whatnot.
Yeah. Wait, is it a little sideways? Nothing bothers me more.
Just a minute, just a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're good, we're good. Okay.
This looks a little sideways to me, that plate. Oh, okay, good. Because that really, oh my gosh, that's like major pet peeve when you see little sideways things like that.
Okay, where is our doorknob? Right here.
Okay, we'll check back in once it's all together. Yeah. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, to be continued tomorrow. All right, it's the next day. I wanted to finish it a little bit later in the day so you can see our cute handle on and lock.
We still have to put the trim around the edges and on that part.
Yeah, there'll be trim that goes up here if you're seeing like some weird dents and
gaps.
And yeah, around the edges.
It'll cover it up. It'll look nice and good.
But it looks really nice, and the windows make such a difference. It looks like a brand new house. Well, okay, maybe I'm going a little far there, but it looks like a different house.
Yeah.
So once we can also, what's it called? Power wash it.
Oh yeah.
The brick and make it uniform again because there's parts that are, you know, dirtier and stuff. And then, well, you know, we'll keep working on it. Like, obviously, this needs something.
Oh yeah.
So I think we're going to be replacing all of this and just doing a wood banister and all of that. But that will not be anytime soon because it's not going to get us into the house any quicker. And something you can do after you live here. But this was like something we felt like we should do now because it makes such a difference, and I don't know, it's just because we wanted to.
Yeah, well, and I think it's easier to do when you're kind of already torn up.
Oh, that's right.
That's a big, you're
tearing it up inside too.
Yeah,
so the drywallers are coming this week finally. We've been talking about that on here forever. And that'll make a huge difference because right now it seems really dark in there because of like the wood and is just absorbing everything.
It's all open.
Yeah, and you can't really see the spaces. And so this is where I know that I'm the most excited, this phase, and I think a lot of you are too, because now we get to actually start doing finishes and making it pretty. And making it... I know that this next part finally is the part I'm the most excited about because it's where we actually get to start putting finishes in and making it pretty and making it look like our space. So that'll be really great. But I'm so excited. I have stood in this front yard so much over the last few days just staring at the house and being like, oh, we're all excited. We love this house.
It's great.
So thanks for coming along, and don't forget to like the video and comment. Those make a big difference for our channel and our growth. And subscribe if you haven't yet. But until next time, guys. See ya.
Bye.